This video is brought to you by AKS IAS.
Hello everyone. Today we have with us Ananya Priya, who has secured All India rank 544 in UPSC CSE 2021. Ananya's journey has not been an easy one. She has struggled since the past 6 years, and yet with her sheer determination and perseverance, she could make it to the All India service in 2021. Her optional is anthropology, and she is a graduate from architecture. In spite of coming from a background which is not related to UPSC, she took up an optional of anthropology, tried to master it, and made it to the All India services with flying colors. So she will be sharing a strategy on how she prepared for UPSC and what are the difficulties that she faced, how she improvised upon her preparation through these years. Over to Ananya.
Hi, this is Ananya Priya. I secured 544 rank in Civil Service Examination 2021. I did my graduation in architecture from JNA FAU Hyderabad, and both of my parents are lawyers. They're working in High Court right now. Our native place is Warangal, but right now we're settled in Hyderabad since my graduation. I did my schooling in Warangal from Gautam Model School. Then I pursued my intermediate in Warangal from C.V. Raman College. And then I did my graduation in architecture from Hyderabad JNA FAU. I wanted to pursue civil services right since my childhood, but I wanted to have an art background as well. That's why I chose architecture. And then after completing my graduation, I moved into civil service examination right since 2016. I started my preparation in 2016. I started taking up coaching for an year, and then after that I realized that I was not able to grasp the essence of the exam. Then I started preparing on my own, and then I gave first 2 attempts without any preparation, without any understanding of what UPSC actually requires. So I was not able to clear the preliminary examinations that time. Then I put up my whole effort and then watched certain videos and got to a point where I decided on which books to read and what to actually do. Then I pursued my journey seriously from then, and from then I was able to clear prelims for the 4 attempts. And then the mains was the major issue for me from them. I saw several ups and downs over these years of journey, where there have been several insults and people asking me to quit this, take up any job, or pursue masters, or even give up civil services. But I think my patience and perseverance, I never wanted to give up on myself and my own dream. So even I had issue with anthropology as an option, but I never gave up on it as well. So I pursued it hardly and with dedication with the 6 years, and I was able to get a rank this year. My first 2 preliminary exams were a disaster because I was not able to clear them because I was never prepared. I gave the exam because people were pushing me to write the exam to test my luck, or at least to know how the exam center feels like. So I wasted 2 attempts there. But later I realized there needs to be a particular strategy and a detailed approach to clear prelims, such as you need to read the basic books such as NCERTs and also the standard books, only one book per a subject like polity, geography or economy, and then practice enough number of tests, at least 50 to 60 tests you need to practice before the examination, and revision is a must. You need to revise these books. Also you need to revise the tests that you have given, because you can understand which mistakes you have made, so that you will be able to not repeat them in the preliminary examination. I have written 4 mains. I have not been able to clear the first 3 mains because I made lots of mistakes. So I'll let you know the mistakes I made so that you'll never make them and you'll be able to clear it in your first attempt. My mains mistakes like I made was I never gave ample time to prepare for the mains, first thing, because I prepared for the prelims before prelims and for mains before the mains. So there was very paucity of time, only 2 to 3 months left. So that's the first mistake we should never make. Prepare for the mains before your prelims itself. Prepare it simultaneously, your prelims and mains, so that you cover your syllabus, so that you are better off with the whole syllabus beforehand itself, and you're able to revise before the mains rather than starting it afresh at the mains. Second mistake was I never tried to balance optional with GS. I focused on my general studies in 1 attempt, optional 1 attempt, essay on 1 attempt, so I was not able to get balanced marks. But this attempt, I tried to balance all these 3 aspects together. I focused on 3 things. I wanted to get marks in these 3 aspects. So you need to balance the second thing. third thing that we need to do for the mains is revision. You should not go for more number of books. You should not pile up materials, pile up books for mains. You should read only one book which you have read already and keep revising it multiple times, at least 2 to 3 times before mains. And next thing is you need to practice. Mains requires practice because there are 9 papers. You need to write 2 every day. It requires lots of patience. It requires lots of hard work and writing effort as well. So after prelims, right up to mains, those 3 months, you need to practice answers, at least 2 answers a day, and give the full length test at least once in a week. So these are the 4 things that you need to follow to clear mains. This has been my first interview, and this has been a very memorable and wonderful experience. Apart from remarks, I think the experience itself is a very wholesome one. So this, as being my first interview, I was very tensed that I didn't know what to prepare and how to prepare. But then I was able to get a proper guidance from the already selected officers. And then interview preparation is not something different from prelims and mains. It's very patterned or very streamlined as they are. All you need to do is just have your knowledge upon them. If you are having any issue with the knowledge, just revise the basic books. That's enough. And all you need to do is have a hold on your DAF. You need to fill a DAF, so you need to have hold on DAF. Each and every word of your DAF need to be on your fingertips. Like you need to even learn about your native place, your state, your country, your graduation, your interest. Everything needs to be learned. It needs to be revised, so that you need to explain or to let the board members know that you know everything that you have written in your DAF about yourself. And the second thing about the interview that you require is practice. Interview requires you to able to speak with the board members in a very clear and very understanding manner. So you need to practice mock tests. It is only useful when you try to get into the mannerism of the interview. The scores and all does not affect, or the questions may not be same from the mock, but it just puts you in the place, puts you into the interview mode, so that you will be able to answer the questions of the board very effectively. To start UPSC or to start your journey for the UPSC Civil Service Examination, the correct time would be after your graduation, or at least your last year of the graduation. You need to complete your graduation. You will have that exposure, you will have that personality developed to be able to serve this country. So that's the right time when you need to start for the preparation. You need to at least put about a 1 year or 6 months before giving your prelims attempt, so that you are able to understand all the basic aspects of this exam to give this examination. The important thing about UPSC preparation is the material that you are preparing for, because UPSC requires a particular understanding about a subject. It does not require you to do research or to be a master's in it. It requires you to have an understanding of what is happening around you. And this has to be done, and this can be done only through the basic books such as NCERTs. You need to start your preparation with NCERTs, like for the subjects like geography, history, economy or polity. You need to start your preparation with NCERTs. Read from 6th to 10th standard at least once, so that you will brush up your knowledge. We'll be reading all the stuff in our school ages, but will not be able to remember that right now. So to revise all those, to refresh the knowledge, you need to read NCERTs up to 10th standard at least once. After that, you need to stick up to the basic books like NCERTs for geography, Lakshmikant for polity, NCERT for economy and NCERT for history. You need to revise them twice or thrice, at least before prelims, at least before mains. So that needs to be done. You need to stick only to the basic books. That basic understanding itself will be able to answer any kind of question, might be even twisted questions in prelims as well as mains. You just need to revise these basic books. Do not pile up any material, anything available from the market, from the internet. Just believe in those basic books and believe in yourself. Another important thing comes to the examination is your practice, and that happens only when you do proper test series. Prelims, mains and interview, all these 3 stages depends on how you practice before going to the actual examination. Prelims requires you to practice at least 50 to 60 tests with 100 questions of each. You can do around 5,000 questions before your prelims. You need to do test series because it will put you in the examination mode, help you to understand what kind of questions will come, help you to clear those questions which are very doubtful in the examination. So prelims requires practice for 5,000 questions before your examination. Start practicing it at least 3 or 2 months before the prelims. You can take up any test series, but you need to practice. Practicing also requires revising those tests. When you do a test, whichever you do correct, it's okay, but whatever you do wrong, revise those questions again and again so that you will be able to not do the wrong again. And when it comes to the mains, test series are much more important because it requires you to write the answers. We all have knowledge when we start preparing for UPSC, but it all depends on how you put your answer and how the examiner understands your understanding. So that requires practice. So that practice comes only by doing test series. The test series help you to get the kind of questions which will be able to come into the examination actually. So when you start doing the practicing, you will be able to understand how to write an answer, how to not write an answer. So that is very essential for the mains examination as well. Even for the interview, mock practice is also very important. The most common doubt every aspirant has is if we have to prepare for mains and prelims simultaneously, or both require different level of approach or strategy. But I would say the preparation or the knowledge that you have to gain has to be simultaneous because the information or the aspects that you are understanding are not different in both. Mains might have certain aspects which are different or which are extra from prelims, such as society or social justice, kind of international relations, but you also need to prepare simultaneously because when you prepare an aspect or any concept comprehensively, it is useful for both prelims and mains. The only difference that you need to make is when it comes to the practice, because when you practice preliminary test, it's a bit different. When you practice mains test, that is different. But the preparation or the revision has to be simultaneous. Coming to my approach for the civil service examination, right from the prelims. For prelims, you need to study the basic NCERT books of history, geography, economy, and polity from 6th to 10th class at least once. Just brush up your basics and then go to the basic books. For polity, you need to study Lakshmikant. For economy, you can refer to Ramesh Singh. For the topics that are in the syllabus, for geography, you can refer to 11th and 10th standards geography of NCERT. And for history, I actually preferred history of Tamil Nadu 11th and 12th standard. You can also do NCERTs. These are the 4 basic subjects that you need to prepare for prelims, and these are the basic books that you need to do. Revise them twice or thrice before the prelims examination and give ample number of tests. This is the strategy for prelims. When it comes to the mains, we have 9 papers. We have optional, we have general studies, we have essay. So when it comes to essay, all you need to do is practice enough number of essays right after your prelims till the mains. Practice your own strategy. Take up certain essays which you think would be coming this year and practice them. Practice the structure. Have certain examples. Even try to read certain books on essay. There is a book by Andeep Durishetty also. You can get certain tips from them. Prepare your essay strategy on how you are going to structure your essay. Practicing essay is important. For essay, there is no need for any other special book to refer than that. When it comes to the paper 1, we have geography, history and society. All these 3 subjects have different level of questions from each paper. Like geography will have 8 questions, society will have 8 questions, and the rest come from the history. So give your time to these subjects based on the number of questions that they actually get. So when you give more time for the geography and history, geography and society, you will be able to score much more marks. And you'll also able to see from the syllabus or previous year question papers that there are certain concepts or the certain areas where the questions will be repeated, like secularism, communalism and all these things. So when you are prepared on these lines, you will be able to answer the question. So the strategy for the first paper comes is read the basic books such as 11th and 12th for geography. I prefer Tamil Nadu for history and Spectrum for modern history, and society I made my own notes. So when you are preparing for the mains, the first important thing is put up your syllabus copy in front of you. Take each and every word from the syllabus, prepare it from the books or write your own notes if there is no book for that particular topic. So prepare the paper 1 this way. When it comes to the paper 2, there is polity, there is IR and there is social justice. So paper 1 polity will be covered from Lakshmikant and current affairs has to be done. When it comes to the IR, mostly current affairs, you can rely upon the Ministry of External Affairs website where you'll understand what has been happening with our international relations from the past year. So when you understand which countries have visited India, dignitaries have visited, or which countries did our Prime Minister have visited, so those can be the probable questions. So you can prepare your own notes on that lines for international relations. When it comes to the social justice, which consists of health, poverty, education, you can prepare your own notes from the syllabus. So the second paper also depends upon your syllabus book itself. Comes to the third page, GS3, that is economy, security, environment in these papers. So you need to have your grip on economy. Also has diverse subjects, as there is agriculture, there is again industries, there are several different employment aspects as well. So have a grip on syllabus. So syllabus copy is a must for every paper that you are giving. Take up syllabus, have basic books information. If you are not finding anything from there, then prepare your own notes from that. Even internal security environment can be done that way. For security, you can do your groundwork. You can have basic definitions prepared by your own notes. When it comes to the GS4, ethics. Ethics is a maker or breaker, because when you have a good score in ethics, it will give you a certain edge. So when it comes to ethics, you need to put your syllabus paper in front of you. Take each and every word, have a definition in your own words. Prepare at least 4 to 5 examples for each word. 2 examples related to administration, like if any civil servant has been involved in such kind of word, or if there is something happening around the world in newspaper, collect those examples. That is more than enough for ethics. And ethics also has second part, case studies. Practice case studies from the previous year question papers. So this is very important for me. And the important thing that I'll mention is practice previous year question papers at least 3 years for prelims as well as main. So you will understand what kinds of question will come and how you need to prepare from these syllabus those topics. Then last comes to the interview. For interview, you need to prepare your DAF. Search every word that you put yourself into the DAF. Second, prepare current affairs. Read any newspaper or at least 2 newspapers for the interview. One important thing I would like to say every aspirant is that UPSC examination is not just an examination, it is a journey of lifetime. It changes your complete personality, changes yourself, and it changes your life. Even the result might be good or might not be there on the list, but it is a journey in itself. So for that journey, we need to prepare ourselves as well. You need to have a decision, you need to have confidence in your decision that you are preparing for this examination, and you will give your 100%. There might be ups and downs, there might be insults, there might be no support from parents, friends might joke upon you, people will never believe what you're saying, they might even joke when you keep failing first prelims or mains. But then do not put yourself down. No matter whoever puts you down, do not put yourself down. Believe in yourself. Understand that this you are doing it for yourself, and do not give up on yourself. That decision, that confidence, that patience is required for UPSC examination. So that is important. I would like to give just few tips how to crack this examination. Remember these steps. Write it anywhere. Just read every day. The first tip is syllabus. Syllabus is very important. Paste the syllabus copy in front of you. Do everything from syllabus. Do not deviate from that. Syllabus is the first thing. Second thing that you need to do is revise. Revise the book n number of times. Do not go for multiple books. Third thing is practice. Practice prelims, practice main, practice interview. Practicing gives you edge above others, because you'll not be able to think during the examination. So you need to practice beforehand. Fourth thing is try to have a bit peer group to discuss, or at least have self-evaluation of your test series or your answers if you do not find any particular person or a peer of yourself. So these are the important tips that you need to remember and put in practice. Here at AKS, we do not need to worry that we're not going to Delhi, because Hyderabad is such a hub for CBSE as civil services as well. So here at AKS, they offer proper material, courses, and also guidance when it comes to civil service examination. When you qualify prelims, they offer mentorship program for the mains with experts. Paper-wise, when such guidance is given, students are able to save their time and also route in a proper way to attain proper and good marks in the examination. So this is such a good initiative from AKS, the mentorship, and they also have current affairs magazines, QRM materials, which also synchronize the basic standard books for a revisable material, and they also have free mock tests for prelims and mains, which is very helpful to practice for the examination, to prepare for the examination, and to get confidence for the examination. Here at AKS IAS, they offer very streamlined and very curated courses here for civil service examination. I prepared myself, but I had several issues during my preparation because I lacked guidance. I lacked proper procedure or proper understanding of what this exam requires. When I started my preparation, I faced several difficulties because I lacked guidance. I lacked information on what to do, what not to do. But here at AKS, they offer you 3-day classes before any course, so that you understand what this exam is actually, what kind of questions that you get, what are the basic books that you need to study, and how to approach this examination. That guidance is very important because it prevents you from wasting your attempts and also saves a lots of time and helps you crack this examination in less number of attempts. So that those introduction or that guidance is very important for any aspirant. So they offer it over here, and they also have current affairs magazines every month. It reduces your work, reduces your time waste, and also helps doing a smart work where you can revise that one magazine of a whole month and brush up all your current affairs and revise it before the examination n number of times. Everything curated at one place. They also have QRMs for standard books, which helps in revision. It's all compiled of basic standard books, so that you have a quick revision through small books which will not feel burdened at last moment. So these are the few positive initiatives from AKS. Here at AKS, they also provide you the basic books, right, since your NCERT is from 6th class to other standard books like Lakshmikant. They provided everything over here for all the students. So it's very important and very useful in order to prevent wasting your time, and also to have proper concentration on the exam rather than searching for the information everywhere. So this is a very positive and very good initiative by AKS. For all the students and aspirants who are preparing for civil service examination, all the best. Keep up your confidence, keep up your dedication. You will achieve success. All the best, everyone.